delighted that you're all here. And Helen, I thought I would start by asking you a question. When you're playing a person who is a real person you can meet, do you go through a similar kind of process?
That's a problem with playing a real-life character, is you can only ever be, if you're lucky, 65% of what they are, because they are 100%, they are perfect, and you'll never be remotely perfect as them.
Playing Catherine Hepburn, I had to say to myself, I'm going to disappoint millions of people, but Martin Scorsese has asked me to do this, so I'm going to give it my best shot.
Yeah.
It's not till someone stops you in a supermarket and tells you that they either hated it or liked it that you necessarily know that people have even seen it.
Right. Lily, I'm interested in how in Grandma, which is a movie where you are wearing your own clothes and you're driving your own car.
Right, that was budgetary.
This one movie I just rolled off my back, you know, and I wondered if I thought, well, maybe I've tried too hard in the past to be a different person, you know.
I feel like our job is just to give everybody in post-production all of the colors to paint with later. That's it. I never feel nervous when I'm making a movie until the very last day when they say, and that's a wrap. Then suddenly I'm like, wait, but I just want to do like, let me just fix those two, three more things. Just give me 20 more minutes.
You were so exquisite in Brooklyn. It was absolutely heartbreaking. But that difficulty of returning to a place that you know inside out and playing a role that is really enmeshed with your own identity.
It was the first time I felt like, Jesus, it took so much out of me, you know, because your face, and it's like there's a mirror right there, and you're staring at yourself and you can't look away, and it's the scariest thing in the world.
You can allow yourself, I think, through filming and through what we do, because we are going into fiction and we're going into fantasy and we're going to dreamland. We know it's not real, but at the same time we are kids. And kids are always making believe. You remember when we were all kids? Let's make believe that this is, and off we go for a game and we're making believe.
And you truly do
this,
believe
and you
it.
truly believe that.
Lily, how important for you is the kind of relationship you have with a director while you're shooting a film?
I believe in his sensibility, and that's enough for me. I think that we'll intersect someplace because we have similar artistic feelings about how something should be presented or what should be done.
I mean, the director puts the food on the table, but it's up to the actors to have the conversation that's going to make the dinner party come off. I'm always surprised when someone says, so did you have any say in what you wore or, you know, in that scene? And you think, it's a dialogue, you know.
And it's interesting living with a director, understanding, which I never understood before, how much the director has to surrender control. That's the beauty of film to me.
Because that's when the magic actually comes in, because nobody really can control it.
Nobody can really control it, exactly. And when people try to control it, that's when it goes wrong, in my experience. If the director tries to over-control, if an actor tries to over-control, control is not what it's about. It's about surrendering control, actually.
There's an issue with directors in Hollywood, which is that only about 4% of studio movies are directed by women.
God, I don't know where to start with this. On the one hand, I think it should just be how brilliant, how talented you are, you know, but then you can't get to be talented if you're not given an opportunity to work, you know, and especially in filmmaking.
In almost every interview now, I get asked the question of, wow, you know, women starring in movies, they're making money. You think this is a trend that's here to stay? And I'm like, if the best that we can give someone, if they can't travel or if they can't leave their small town, is paying for a movie ticket, how are we seeing women? How are we showing the times right now? How do we show family? How do we show the complication of the human experience?
There's a more insidious thing, and it happens to men and to women, which was very different to when I entered the film industry, that now there's a request that you open yourself to social media so that your profile is high.
But when you get to know someone on an international stage, how can you then separate your mind as an audience member to really enjoy their work?
Well, ladies, we have to surrender you back to the rest of your day. This
Back to real life, you mean? Back on the streets.
This has been so lovely. Thank you.
I'd love to see you, Charlotte. Just back on the streets.